Hello everyone. So in this video, we are going to discuss about Google Docs. So what actually are Google Docs? So if we split this word Google plus Dork. Okay, so basically there are two words. The first is Google. We all know about what actually Google is. Google is a search engine. What is a dork now? So dork is basically a query that you search or a query operator that you are hitting. For example, if you go on to Google and you search for buy computer and hit enter, over here your query is buy computer. Okay, and based on this you are getting the results. As you can see over here, the first result is of Amazon. I'm not counting these results because these are sponsored results. So the first result that we are getting is for Amazon, and then Flipkart, and then again Flipkart and Chroma. If you look closely into the URL, so let me just copy this URL for you. Let me paste it over here. Let's do word wrap. Okay, so this is a particular URL. In this URL, if you notice that your particular query that you searched was passing through this particular parameter, which is Q, which stands for query, and OQ. Okay, so let me just delete everything else because that is not necessary for us right now. Okay, so it looks something like this: buy plus computer, again buy plus computer. Okay, so what specific keyword that you are searching or the query that you are searching, you are getting results based on that. So based on our query for buying a computer, we got the results from Amazon and Flipkart. In a similar manner, we can tune up our search queries based on we will get the results for. So you can tune up your search query and you can find the sensitive information as well, which has been saved into the servers by the developers or the admins by mistake. So this is basically the whole concept of using a Google Doc, wherein you will be able to find out something sensitive into that particular server. Before going to that, let's see some of the search operators which are very useful for us. So the first one is site, second is in URL, next is in text, file type, and in title. Okay, so let's understand each one. The first one is site. So site basically means the website that you want to particularly search for. So let me just type a site colon. So this means the site that you want to search for. So let me type site star.com. So I'm saying any website. Search for any website which contains in its URL, let's say India. Okay. So you can see any website that ends with a top level domain .com. So you can see we got websites .com, .com. Over here we have got government because of this India. In URL, India means in the URL there will be matching something that is India. So let's see if this matches India. You can see in the URL bar it is matching India. Perfect. So let us just modify this to, let's say, edu, and let's try to match Corona, and let's see if we get some results. Obviously these are the first results which are coming because of government has imposed Google to show first results from WHO. Apart from this, let's see if we get some other results. Yes, we got a Harvard result.edu. Okay, so let's do one more thing. Let's try to type this as .com and let's see if we get some more results. So you can see there are some results which are coming, but okay, so first let's see this. So edu and coronavirus is matching over here. Okay, let me just try to modify this and let me type in URL. So let us type hack and hit enter. Okay, so you will see .com URLs which contains the in URL hack. Okay, so here it in the URL there must be a keyword or a word that is matching hack. As you can see, let me open up this three. So there is hack there? Yes, hack is there and it ends with .com. Let's say if hack is there. So hack is there. Let us see over here. So here hack is again matching. Okay, so this is how basically a simple Google Docs search operator works. So we have understood site stands for the website that you want to search for. In URL means the in URL, that is the URL bar. The next one is in text. In text means inside that particular page text. So let us see this particular college. So this particular college is RPIMS. Do not worry if you see this kind of message by Google, because Google understands that you are not doing something which a normal user usually does. So just prove that you are not a robot and you're again good to go. Okay, so let's say our target is this particular college, which is RPIMS. So I want to know all the email IDs of this particular college. So how to do that? So I will just use site colon rpims.com, because I can see the website is rpims.com, and let's say in text I'm going to use rpims.com. okay, so it should start with @ because I know each email will start with, let's say, example, some name @rpims.com. it is going to end with this, and let's search if we get something. So we have got a couple of results. Let me open up some results. So let's see if we get some results. Let us go over here. Let's click this one as well. Let's click this. Okay, so let's see if we have got some useful results. Let's do Control F @RPIMS. So we can see we have got an email address over here. Let's go over here. Again, we have got an email. Okay, so this website is still loading. Yeah, it's loaded, and let us see if we get something over here. Nope. Let us go on this one and let's see if we get something. Perfect. As you can see, instead of one, we have got many email addresses, which means that through this way you can read inside the text of that particular page. Read the text of that particular page. So this way you have identified that this is the page and these are the email addresses which are lying onto this specific page. Okay, so yeah, so this was one of the way of using this particular operator. Now let's use the next operator, wherein we are going to search for any website which ends with .com, and we are going to search for file type, let's say PDF. Okay, so what type of file we are going to search? So let's say we are going to search something related to hacking. Okay, so we may get hacking PDF. As you can see, the first result is from Black Hat, and you can see the file type is PDF. Similarly, again PDF, PDF, PDF. Okay, so we have got the results for PDF. Let's say I want a book which is hacking for dummies. Let's see if we get this book in a PDF format. So I have got a link over here, and let's verify if this is the correct book. And perfect, we have got the book which is hacking for dummies. Okay, this is the whole full book that we have got it from there. So similarly, it is not just related to PDF. You can search for any file type. So let's say I want to search for a networking PPT. Let's say I want to submit this PPT next morning for a project. So let's search for a PPT. So if we have got some PPT, so let us modify this a bit. So let's write it over here, networking, because our keyword is networking, and let's say file type :pptx. Okay, so did we get that anything? No. Let us try once more by modifying this particular operator. Yeah, and now you can see we got some results with PPT format, and these are networking PPDs. So let me just open up this basic networking PPD, and it has started downloading. You can see there are more such PPDs. Let us try to open this and let's see if it is related to networks or it can be utilized or not. So this is one of the simplest way. Yep, this is related to basics of networking, but I actually do not understand what types of networking it is trying to download. So I'm just going to quickly quit this. Okay, so this was one of the way of downloading anything that you want. Instead of networking, we can get try to download something which contains some sensitive information. So let's say logins, and let's say a Excel file which contains some login information. So you can see time tracking report. Okay, so we have got something. So SQL Server audit report, we have got some more sensitive. So instead of logins, let's type creds or credentials. So you can see we got something from Google API, something is stored over there, and even Huawei is storing something. So this may be something sensitive. Okay. Of course, there are more such Google Docs that you can use. Let me just go to this website, which is Google Hacking Database, wherein you can utilize a lot of Google Docs for your search queries. Okay, so let me just show you one of that particular doc which contains file containing juicy information, and you can utilize any of this. So let's utilize this one and let's search it on the Google. If we get something sensitive for secrets.yml, so you can see I have got multiple websites. So let's see if there is something secret in there. There is also a file database.yml in which I can see no username and password, at least for now. Let's see in secrets.yml, is there something secret? Yeah, so there is a secret key which can be harmful if it falls into some bad hands. As you can see over here, username is root and password is this particular password for the database. As you can see over here also, this is the database name, username and password for this particular target. So this is how you get sensitive information out of targets. Okay, so there are n numbers of Google Docs that you can utilize. So for finding sensitive information about target, as you can see, this particular Google Doc will give you backup files. Okay, this particular Google Doc will give you log files in .bak extension. Okay, so let's come back over here, and I have given some examples through which we can find FTP servers and websites which is using HTTP. So you can just use this particular doc. Let's copy this, go to Google, and let's try to search this. Yeah, so as you can see, I have got all the servers which are on FTP. Okay, in case there is something sensitive which has been uploaded, then I can directly utilize that particular information for the attack purposes or for recon purpose as well. I can modify this also from 2018. So let's say I want all the data after 2019, or let's say 2020, 2002, or 2020. I don't think so anything will be 2020. So 2019, I may get some useful information. Okay, so this was for FTP. You can also get it for HTTP. Okay, if you want some information about forums about HTTP, you can also get that. Okay, moving on to the next one, find log files with passwords. Okay, so let's try this. If you can find some log files which contains passwords, so you can see we got some of the links where we may try to get some of the log files which have the passwords. Okay, so this is basically a SSH honeypot log which contains username and password. Okay, let's see over here, there is something called as password.log. Okay, nothing sensitive. Over here it looks something sensitive, Jira, MariaDB, slow.log. Okay, you can see there are some kind of logs over there. Okay, so here we have some more sensitive information. Firefox passwords, server username password, server username password for different accounts. Okay, so this is one more way wherein you can find log files with passwords. If you want configuration files with password, you can use this particular Dork, which I'm going to use right now. Let us see if we get DB passwords for this particular websites. If we see here, excellent, we have got for mygoogletv.com, username is this, database is this, password is given over here. So this is something very critical. As we can see, for this particular websites, the .env file contains this particular thing, and let's see if we have the password, and you can see the password is this. Again, something password. So we have got the password for this particular target as well. For this bongoservice.com, the env file, we can again see the password over here, and this is kind of very poor security, wherein the database username and password both are kept as test. Here you can see the username is this, the password is this. For another website, the username is this and password is this. Okay, so this is a sensitive information which has been leaked, and I have already reported all this sensitive information to those targets, and they are in the process of fixing it already and must have fixed it while making this videos live. So I hope you guys understood how you can utilize this type of sensitive information to find a lot of details or juicy information from the target, and you can utilize that for your bug bounty hunting and pen testing work. So there is one more. If you want emails.xls, you can use this particular Google Doc. We have already seen this type of doc wherein the file type is Excel, and in the URL we want something called as email.xls. If you want to find open cameras, you can also do that. Let's see if we get some cameras as well. Okay, so we have got a couple of links. Let's try to click each one of them, and let's see if we get something sensitive in there. Okay, so we have here, it says live video. As you can see, we have a live video stream of someone's camera, and we have automatically logged in. As you can see, there is log out. So this was an unauthenticated camera through which we have logged in, and we are able to see the live stream currently. And you can see this is the time, this is the date, and this is the time which is running right now for this particular camera. And you can see over here, this is again an unauthenticated camera wherein we are able to see it. Okay, but when we click on content, it is asking for password when we try to modify the system administration. Here also there is some type of camera which is open, and here a D-Link camera which is open again. There is, this says physics server room. This I think is some of the college's camera. This is the date and time which is going on. So this is how we get sensitive information about targets, and we may also get information about the open web cameras or poorly authenticated CCTV cameras. There is one more doc that you can utilize. So let us see if we get something sensitive for this now. So we have got couple of domains for this. Let's try to click and see if we get any camera accessed. Okay, so none, we did not get any of those links working. Not sure why, but this is one of the way that you can utilize to find out hidden camera links. Okay, and unauthenticated cameras. You can always use a lot of information is provided on Google Hacking Database. You can use this particular docs to find out sensitive information about the target. If you are searching for a specific target as well, you can search for that specific target as well by providing the name of the target, the website name, and site : for example, site : uber.com. And if you want to search for any keys, logs, tokens, you can do that as well. So I hope you guys understood how you can use Google Docs for your recon purpose, for pen testing, for bug bounty hunting, and you may get a lot of sensitive information on there. I have also uploaded some of the Google Docs, so you can just use this Google Docs. These are 5 entries for a specific category, which is file containing juicy information. So if I just remove this category, and you can see other Google Docs. For example, for getting tokens, JWT, authentication token, secrets, backup files, settings, Apache logs, etc. So I hope you guys understood this Google hacking database. In upcoming videos, I'm going to teach you how you can become your own author of one of your own Google Dork, which you can upload it over here. As you can see, I'm the author of this particular Dork, which has this specific ID. You can also contribute to this particular exploit DB database for the community, and others can use your particular Google Doc for recon purposes. So I hope you guys understood this. Thank you.